What the crowd is wrong. 3 geopolitical markets, 3 potential mispricings. Tonight, we find out which price is lying.
Russia-Ukraine ceasefire talks in Istanbul collapsed on April 28 with no framework agreement reached. Negotiations remain suspended. On Iran, the Pentagon confirmed 2 carrier strike groups have been repositioned to the region while U.S. and Iranian officials are scheduled for a 5th round of indirect nuclear talks. Neither government has tabled a permanent peace framework. Just the facts.
ANALYST, Russia-Ukraine ceasefire sits at 5.65% yes, with 26 days on the clock. Where's the market wrong?
Let's look at the data. The market is wrong because it conflates a ceasefire with a full peace deal. A temporary halt is structurally easier to achieve and should price closer to 9%.
Istanbul just collapsed and you're nearly doubling the price. But here's what nobody is saying. The May 31st deadline actively disincentivizes concession. Neither side wants to be seen capitulating to a calendar.
The market is wrong because compressed political deadlines historically accelerate last-minute frameworks. Minsk pattern dynamics are real, even if imperfect.
You are citing Minsk, which was violated within weeks, as your bull case. That is not evidence of success. That is a cautionary tale wearing a data point.
Let me push back on that. Skeptic, you are attacking the analogy. Give me your own number and tell me exactly what would change your mind.
For % yes on ceasefire. What changes my mind? A verified backchannel agreement confirmed by a neutral third party before May 20th. Without that, this is theater.
The carrier context news raised matters more for the Iran cluster. That is where I see the largest mispricing in today's 3 markets.
The carrier deployments news cited were authorized 5 months ago. That is Pentagon budget scheduling, not fresh escalation intelligence, and treating it otherwise inflates every downstream number.
Then let's move there. ANALYST, U.S. invasion of Iran at 30.5% yes through December 2026, nearly 1 in 3 odds. Where's the market wrong?
The market is wrong because dual carrier repositionings, stalled nuclear talks, and an election-year hawkish posture in Washington are compounding simultaneously. The real probability is 46%.
46% is calling an Iran invasion nearly a coin flip. The U.S. has not conducted a full-scale invasion of a state that size since 2003, and we both know how that ended.
I am pricing the possibility, not predicting the outcome, and the 26-point gap between my estimate and the market reflects genuine structural underpricing of compounded risk signals.
My number is 20% yes on Iran invasion. Active nuclear talks are a contrary signal you are completely ignoring, and ignoring contrary signals is how you manufacture crises that never happen.
On the open callback, analysts place 35% on Strait of Hormuz traffic normalizing by year-end. Skeptic, is a 46% invasion call consistent with that Hormuz position?
It is a direct logical contradiction. If invasion is a coin flip, Hormuz does not normalize. You cannot hold both positions without one of them being wrong.
Hormuz normalizes through diplomatic pressure short of full invasion. Collapsing a risk spectrum into a binary is exactly the error the market is making at 30.5%.
Last market, U.S.-Iran permanent peace deal by May 31st at 13.5% yes. That is 3 weeks from today. ANALYST, is this priced correctly?
The market is wrong because 13.5% is far too generous. A permanent peace framework in 3 weeks requires conditions that simply do not exist. I mark this at 7%.
6% from me. ANALYST is correct on direction, but 7% still overstates it. There is no domestic political pathway on either side within this window.
Decision time. All leaderboard scores open at 0. This is episode 1, and every call goes permanently on record. ANALYST, your finals.
Russia-Ukraine ceasefire, 9% yes. Iran invasion, 46% yes, market underpriced by 15 points. US-Iran peace deal, 7% yes.
Ceasefire, 4% yes. Iran invasion, 20% yes. ANALYST is off by 26 points and will regret that call when the next negotiation round opens. Peace deal, 6% yes.
ANALYST at 46%, Skeptic at 20% on the Iran invasion. A 26-point spread, the widest disagreement of the night, and both positions are locked in.
The Hormuz callback stands open. A non-invasion escalation pathway is fully consistent with both positions, and we will revisit it next episode.
Follow for tomorrow's update. These 3 markets close in 26 days, and we will be watching every tick. Track today's hottest predictions on Polymarket app.